The Oscar goes to...
Award season is officially over, and perhaps no performance this year felt more raw and resonant than Frances McDormand's take on the anti-heroine Mildred Hayes. A woman who has had enough with the failure of the Ebbing Police Department to find the man responsible for raping and murdering her daughter.
Go fuck those cops up.
Rage is destroying her life, but it's also liberating in a way that feels amazingly cathartic.
Proceed.
But to fully understand the message of the film, we have to take a close look at Sam Rockwell's Jason Dixon as well.
Fuck me.
He's a violent, intolerant alcoholic who is said to have tortured a black man in his custody.
You fucking beaner, I better start getting some straight answers out of you.
While Mildred rents 3 billboards leading out of Ebbing to remind the town of the cops' incompetence, Dixon tries to get her and the billboard company to remove the signs. It's the actions and evolution of these two characters, as well as the merging of their paths, that delivers an important message about redemption and damnation. Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri gets the portrayal of a woman who's finally had enough right.
Just a fucking start. Why don't you put that on your Good Morning Missouri fucking wake up broadcast, bitch?
Mildred may not be the most likable character in the movie this year, or even in this film alone for that matter, but she is one of the most relatable. She treats most people she interacts with like shit, most notably James, played by Peter Dinklage, who's just trying to take her on a date. But we get it, because she's a grieving mother and knows how to kick some ass.
Hey, fuckhead!
Besides, placing the giant ads comes with a price. Not just the money that she doesn't have, but also that she has to reopen old wounds. She and her son have to see the billboards every single day on the ride home.
Great.
And they can even be seen from her house. Unlike most people in Ebbing, she refuses to retreat. She won't accept her daughter's murder as a sad but unavoidable casualty. Mildred is the mother of a murdered child, but she doesn't have to do much to lose the town's support. The people of Ebbing's sympathies quickly turn to Chief Willoughby, who suffers from terminal cancer and is the town's well-known family man. His job is to keep the peace, but he can let the occasional act of police brutality go. The community knows exactly what happened to Mildred's daughter. They know that the police haven't done their jobs right. But the truth causes everyone to draw back, as the tragedy of others is only worth compassion until it threatens the town's famed chief. Ebbing isn't a real place, but that area of the United States certainly is, and it happens to be in Missouri. This adds an extra layer to the town's characterization, given the state's history of police brutality toward people of color, reminding us of the shooting of Michael Brown 3 years ago. To make this place feel more real, the movie treats racism and violence like it's a part of the local decor.
Cunt. Faggots. Midgets.
Ebbing is inhabited by people who use these words without thinking twice. While Mildred's grief is the central aspect of the film, perhaps the most interesting character is Jason Dixon.
What the hell's going on around here?
He's a loser, a racist, and a hick, and he still lives with his mother, who verbally abuses him in a constant manner. He's obviously not too sharp. A screw-up and an alcoholic, he can't control his impulses and turns them into violence pretty quickly. But this violence is eventually turned towards Mildred's same goal when he becomes convinced that a man is her daughter's rapist. It turns out he wasn't, but since he was
a rapist,
they set out to kill him anyway. Whether or not they do so is left ambiguous.
I guess we can decide along the way.
3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri gives a lesson in unpredictable storytelling. It subverts filmgoer expectations by giving the alcoholic idiot the path of redemption and the relatable protagonist the path of damnation.
You fucking prick.
Dixon doesn't turn into a good guy by the end of the movie, but he at least turns his violence into something that seeks to help other people in search of justice. You know, what cops are supposed to do. And Mildred's hate is obviously doing her no good, as by the end of the movie she's almost ready to kill a complete stranger. The ending works, because we know that her damnation isn't complete, that there's still hope for her. Whether she pulls it off, we don't know. But one thing is clear: empathy and disgust come hand in hand. The film explores how people react to tragedies by showing some kind of false support. But when tragedy shines light on the truth, suddenly everyone shows their true colors.
I'm gonna go get somebody.
Perhaps the entire message Three Billboards has to offer is written by Chief Willoughby in an attempt to change Dixon.
But what you need to become a detective is love. You don't even need a gun, and you definitely don't need hate. Hate never solved nothing. So good luck with all that, and good luck with everything else too. I hope and I pray that you get them.
That's it for this video, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button for weekly content like this one. We upload new essays every Friday, so we'll see you next time.